This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 931. I am Brian Kilby. Radio Free Cybertron is the world's first and oldest toy and action figure podcast. And here since the beginning, but not here this week. Chris is out, so you'll miss out on Chris's toy analysis and dulcet tones. But here, since the beginning as well, we have John. John, how's it going?
Yo, how are you, Brian?
I'm good, I think. I'm good. Matt, how are you doing?
Not too bad.
Rob?
I used to do toy analysis, but then I took 45 years to the brain.
Yeah, I'm afflicted by 45-year-old brain right now. Don, how are you doing?
Affected by a 55-year-old brain come June.
Maybe we'll have to have a brain off in June after both our birthdays. And Rob,
Is that the sequel to Face Off where we just switch brains instead of faces?
let's do that. Diecast, how are you doing?
I'm okay. And Brian, you should be doing excellent because it sounds like you're actually not sick for once. So that's rare. And
Good Lord, yeah.
It's an occasion.
Yeah. It's an occasion. So yeah, I'm not sick. That's great. Thankfully, because Chris isn't here. So okay, nothing to start the show off with. I don't think there's anything happening. TFCon's a while away. Toy Fair already happened.
SDCC.
Oh yeah, this is April.
That's still like 3 months off.
That's a while away. So yeah, nothing. So no announcements. So let's jump into the news. Okay, Diecast went to a Supreme store this past week, and he no longer thinks the Supreme cross Optimus Prime calibration. I'm being Don. Collaboration is weird. So why do you not think it's weird?
They had a bunch of weird Supreme stuff. They had like a Supreme coffee maker, a Supreme shovel. I should have taken a photo of the store and I didn't. But there was a bunch of weird stuff in there. So I'm like, okay, an Optimus Prime doesn't seem that weird.
Is it a bright red shovel?
It is.
I kind of want that.
Yeah. So I guess the Transformers Instagram account has a promo video for Supreme Optimus. And it's very reminiscent of the 80s Takara Transformers commercials where the toy transforms and then does crap. But instead of like fighting Decepticons, he just dances.
I'm very, I actually didn't realize it says in the news article, Supreme is a high-end US clothing brand. I thought it was like some Asian brand.
I have no idea what it is. Like, I thought it was like TJ Maxx, but they make all their own stuff.
I do not wear high-end clothing, so I would never have known.
Yeah, me neither. I was explaining to somebody at work, I have a pretty decent job. And they were like, we were talking about the way people dress. And I'm like, this is an Amazon Basics shirt. That's how I dress.
Mm-hmm.
So like I wear the bare minimum of what I can get by as far as like clothing standards go. So yeah. Okay. Transformers Studio Series Constructicons, Mixmaster and Scavenger combined. So we have in this photo, 5/6 of Devastator?
Apparently so.
What do you think?
Yeah, weirdly, the one they're missing is Scrapper.
The one that's already out.
I think Devastators look pretty good.
It does.
I'm wondering if the leg isn't pushed all the way. Like Mixmaster, his leg looks really odd. Like it's not pushed all the way over properly. I don't know if that's just the photo or maybe it'll look better once the other leg's on there too. It just looks like it's not centered, which kind of bugs me.
It's probably better for weight distribution this way, honestly, but
Yeah, I think Scavenger looks a little undersized there, but that might just be the color breakup because, Bone Crusher is one solid color mass.
yeah.
So as we were talking about Devastator, my 8-year-old just came into my office and dropped a broken tooth off on my desk. And then she smiled.
Hooray.
I don't know if it's
Hooray,
hers
nope.
or someone else's.
I was going to say, no explanation.
Yeah, that was weird. That was odd. Okay. This is perfectly acceptable, this Devastator.
I think the chest wing still sits a little bit low. I know Chris has mentioned that too. Like you can see a little bit of gap above it. So that was a weird choice, but other than that, I think it looks great.
Yeah, it gives me what I need, but like it doesn't blow me away.
Yeah.
Well-
I just took a quick look at the animation model for Devastator, just out of curiosity. And yeah, Mixmaster is slightly off center like that on the animation model as well. So, as usual with a lot of the, current round of Transformers, if something is weird, it's probably Sunbow's fault.
Fair.
Now, it is possible that chest wing, if it's like the original, there were multiple holes on the backside, so
Three, I think.
it may be able to be shifted a little bit.
You didn't have a lot of room to shift. I mean, the holes were where they were. You could,
Yeah, but I'm saying it did give you an extra fraction of a inch to lift it up.
Yeah, you could put it on right, or you could put it on wrong and loose. Those were pretty much the options.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing that looks weird, and maybe I'm just looking at the photo wrong, but does it not have an elbow bend?
It does, but they're turned sideways. I'm almost certain those will be swivels.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
he's
I'm
definitely
looking
got
at the
elbows.
Combiner Wars one, and I'm like, that at least has an elbow bend.
Yeah, like it. I think, like Rob said, like the way it's positioned in the picture there, it will swing in towards the body, but it does rotate.
Yeah, you can see it on Scavenger for sure. They just need to twist the forearms and adjust the hands.
Okay, good, because that would have been bad.
Yeah. Again, it gives us everything that we need. I will feel better about it once I have it in hand. But photos are not giving me a whole lot to go on.
I think honestly, the most, I guess, disappointing or deflating, that's overstating it, but something on that spectrum that I feel when I look at this is I really liked the Combiner Wars Devastator, and I'll keep him out. And these are fine. I mean, they're nice. They are G1 Constructicons. Now I'll display them separately. But looking at this, it's just inevitable that, okay, well, in another 5-6 years, we'll be doing this again.
Or
So, and again. So it doesn't look like the terminal ultimate Devastator that I want at this point, just so we can stop. So, we're just looking at another G1 Devastator. And like I said, that now I'm just looking at it thinking like, well, I wonder what the next one's going to be.
Yeah.
What's the hook or the gimmick for the one that's going to come in 6 or 7 years. So I don't know. I mean, I look at it and it's nice, but I'm at that point where I just expect, I'm just asking, okay, well, what comes next? It's for sure going to happen. So I don't know. I would like something the next time they do Devastator. I would like him to deviate a little bit more from Combiner Wars. There's definitely elements in here that just look like shrunk down Combiner Wars, to a degree. And so I don't know. I would like them to do something else, or just give me something that's just a little bit more. Just give me more. I don't know. He seems he's just a really by the books, straight up Devastator. And I think at this point, when they do the third one of this, I think it's their chance to like shake it up just a little bit, like spice it up, do something. I don't know.
We'll find out in a decade.
Yep. Do you feel like the existence of like 73 trillion third-party Devastators maybe has the effect of making people a little bit more picky about Devastator styling here?
It certainly makes him like super familiar.
Yeah.
Like when you look at a G1 Devastator toy, like we've seen, I don't know, if you include third party, Rob, what are we, like at a dozen, something like that?
Oh, we're like year 15 of the third party Devastator Wars at this point.
So we're probably like 20,
24. I would say at least 24, 25.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's super familiar, to Rob's point. Like we've seen this like 24 times already.
So trying to see around corners which seeing around corners is a phrase that I love because it's perfectly descriptive. With Transformers specifically, what we should expect are smaller toys as the cost of manufacturing goes up, etc. Like what I would love to see is like the ultimate Devastator in like Micromaster to basic size. Like just like maybe like I love that Micromaster. So we had the what was the six build? What was the
Six builder?
Yeah, six builder.
Yeah, so we had the six builder that was in Devastator colors. I'd love to have something in that scale.
I'd be 100% be down for a Devastator on the scale of Volcanicus / Dino King.
Yeah, like give us that. I like. And I've said this for decades. If I could have one scale of Transformers only, it would be that scale. So let's do that.
Scale
next.
they got rid of.
Yeah,
I mean they got rid of it for now.
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's year or two. That's going to be a deluxe, so that'll work out, I guess. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on with Age of the Primes. Wave 2 is in Canada. It's only a matter of time for it's here. So if you want your Vortex, that should be coming soon.
Yeah, I was not expecting it that quick.
I don't think anybody was, because those are scheduled for like the end of summer, I think. Like,
and we're just
somebody got way early.
Yeah, we're just starting to get wave 1.
I'm checking CMD store right now to see if they have anything.
I checked yesterday, Brian.
Okay.
I want to know whoever took this picture, why didn't they get Alchemist also?
Didn't want them. Couldn't afford them. One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so we have behind the scenes photos of Alchemist Prime from Mark's Instagram. Does this change anybody's opinion?
It looks good.
Yeah, I think he's fun. I don't know.
I'm excited about
I dig him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only really negative thing I've heard from most people is that they wanted him to look more like McAdams from Cyberverse, and as far as the colorings, which means we'll probably get a repaint.
Yeah.
But I mean that's the one thing I've heard, and most people wish he would look more like in those color schemes.
It looks good. I think I'm probably going to get it, unless I get horrible reports on it, like with Solus Prime. But also, I would not mind seeing this mold as a bulkhead. Actually, it could probably work.
Yeah, he's really close. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's close. We could see that in a couple years. I think it's probably we're too close to a bulkhead that came out 2 years ago now.
Well, I mean that didn't stop them with like the chain of of troublesome RCs that we got there for like
that's true
2-3 years in a row.
Yeah.
What is this? Is this a Voyager?
I think it's a deluxe.
If it's a deluxe, he looks really. I don't know how big he's going to be, but like from a complexity and paint apps standpoint, especially in the head, he looks really good. If that's a deluxe, that's a really nice job.
Yeah, he's a deluxe.
Okay,
He looks like
I'm
a fantastic
impressed.
deluxe.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Okay.
Hopefully he's better than Solus Prime, because y'all know my feelings on
But Solus
her.
Prime also in robot mode and in photos looks amazing.
Oh, it did. I agree.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I said. It's just her transformation. It took me 45 minutes to get her transformed to the point where things were not popping. I had to go get the flashlight and find both of those shoulder covers that swing up because they popped off and went flying.
Oh, that's the worst.
I hate that. Yeah, I'd like to get Solus Prime, but after you and some other people talking about that, I have kind of held off. I will wait until hopefully Amazon has it on sale. tfradio.net/Amazon.
Yeah.
I assume she'll be clearance. She screams clearance.
She's wave
So,
1.
Wave
she's
1.
She's not great. She'll be clearance.
Not great. Female, which isn't fair, but can be a contributor.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And most deluxes, get some degree of discount on Amazon on and off at this point. So
Yeah. Okay. So I don't go into rumors a lot, but apparently a leaker from Baidu, who has been reliable in the past, is making a claim that we are getting a missing link version of Grimlock and Ultra Magnus, which, shocker, if you're going to do G1 toys, they make sense. Grimlock, of course, is iconic, and, Ultra Magnus is, just an add-on to the convoy that we already have.
The cab section already exists, so why not?
Yeah. So that's exciting. I mean, obviously, it just means we're getting that cab robot again for the 4th time.
It's a really good cab robot, though.
It really
it,
is.
It really is. And a 5th time, they do Dieclone colors too.
Yeah.
Which they really should.
Which they really should. Yeah. Grimlock, of course, would be brand new completely. And, of course, he's a fan favorite. He's one of the most iconic G1 characters. And I guess would they... So in the vehicle mode of Optimus and the vehicle mode for Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, they don't really do much in the way of changing anything other than the transformation. All of the glitz and glamour go into the robot mode. But Grimlock's different. The dinosaur mode is, for most people, his primary mode. And there's more posability, maneuverability, etc. with Grimlock, with any of the Dinobots, than there are with a car or a jet. So do we think that they would add extra articulation to Grimlock? Like, whatever you can add.
If you make him an accurate TX, is he still even Grimlock?
Well, I'm not even saying accurate. I'm just saying add like
neck,
like
side to side.
Yeah. In Dino mode, his legs will be able to be splayed out because of the shoulder articulation.
Maybe some some tail articulation.
Yeah, maybe ankle tilts somehow. I don't know. That's kind of tricky.
Yeah. Basically, think about classic Grimlock from 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to add more articulation to the neck and the head. Like John said, the arms, the legs, that is, they're going to be the robot arms. They will have more articulation. As for the little chrome dinosaur arms, that's kind of where I'm hung up on, because I don't know if they would bother putting more articulation into those, or if they would just leave them be.
Yeah, I mean, they might make the fingers articulated.
Yeah, might make the hand open and close. That's about all I can picture.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, speaking of picturing things, when I think of the Ultra Magnus trailer and the robot mode, all I can picture is Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit standing up after being steamrolled, because that is going to be an exceedingly flat robot. I want it anyway, but yeah, that adding articulation to that is just going to make it like possibly really funny.
Yeah, especially in the waist area, because the G1 robot's just a block. He's just like a red sheet of plastic, his body.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to give the legs any articulation, any like hip movement, forward, backward, side, anything, and for him to be able to separate his legs, that's going to look, it could look crazy, because all of a sudden he's got hinges and panels and stuff right in the middle of his body, where the G1 toy has nothing. There's absolutely nothing there.
Yeah, they have plenty of opportunity to play with the arms, because those are nice and big and thick. And, you could absolutely throw, an elbow rotation on there or something. But yeah, the legs are going to be an interesting project.
Yeah, it's really the first place I can think of on any of the Missing Link stuff we've seen where like there's just these structures really kind of interfere with the idea of adding articulation, because the whole thing about the Missing Link stuff so far has been that, yeah, it looks like the original toy in practice. It just moves in ways the original toy couldn't. You can stand it on a shelf next to a G1 Optimus Prime, and it will be almost indistinguishable. That's something with Ultra Magnus I don't know if they're going to be able to pull off. Like, I'm really going to be interested to see the way they manage
They
that.
may just have to limit themselves to doing something with the arms and leave the legs alone. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm super excited about both of these. Both of these were two of my favorite G1 toys when I was a kid. So I will definitely get both of these no matter what they do.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm gonna. God help me, I'm gonna buy anything that they release in Missing Link.
Now, are you gonna buy, Brian? Are you gonna buy like the toy and animation version of Grimlock? Like if they
Yes.
do that,
Yes.
okay. There's like 5% difference in the paint.
Yeah, and I'll buy the G2
The G2
Grimlock
version. Yeah.
I'll buy all three, hopefully G2 versions of Grimlock. Hopefully there'll be the blue, the teal, or the turquoise, and the box art G2 Grimlock. So I'll buy whatever they produce.
Diaclone variant version where the red parts are blue.
Oh God, yes, give me that now. Yes, I want that. So I will buy whatever they make. One last news item I wanted to mention. So Takara Tomy Transformers Wild King Energy Weapons Special Campaign. So at Toys R Us Japan, if you spend 5,000 yen, I guess, on Transformers, you get the energy weapons that came with the 2013 Grimlock.
All the Cybertron Grimlock.
Yeah. So they're coming in different colors. Looks like yellow, blue, red, and green. And it's not just Toys R Us.
They're from different stores, have different colors.
Yeah. So the store that I don't see listed where I bought these from, Amazon Japan. So I don't have the full set on the way. I need to order the last two pieces, but like here in a few weeks I'll have the Wild King, the 2-packs, both of them. But I won't have these weapons, and that irritates me. They'll wind up on Mandarake eventually, but like I don't want to spend whatever they'll end up costing. Am I the only one buying Wild King? Don, are you getting it?
No, not right now. I like it, but it's not really doing enough for me to have to worry about importing it. I'll keep an eye on Sergaia, but it's not really, doing a lot for me right now. I like it in concept, just
Yeah. Okay.
It looks fun, just not enough fun to spend money on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in wait and see mode on those. I would not mind having them, but yeah, just not yet.
Yeah. Hold on. Just not enough fun to spend money on. That's a show title contender. So I love that.
There
Okay.
you go, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, that was a good one. Okay, let's jump to what we got this week. In pre-show, I went over a couple things that I wasn't going to get, but we're running. We're ahead of schedule, so I'll go into all the stuff that I got that was on topic. But I'll go last. Diecast. What did you get this week that was on topic?
I got those retro Bumblebee on card Walmart figures. I got 2 more from Hasbro Pulse, so I have 3.
So you forgot to cancel an order as well.
I didn't realize I had 2 on order from Hasbro Pulse. I thought I was going to end up with 2, one from Hasbro Pulse and one from Walmart. I don't know what happened or what I did, or
You don't know
what I
why
was
you ordered
thinking.
2 from the same place?
Probably why I ordered 2 from Hasbro Pulse is I was thinking my Walmart order would get canceled. So that's the only
that's
thing
not an unfounded fear.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of makes sense. I also got the Age of the Primes Trypticon.
Is he as pretty in person as the pictures look?
Cool.
Yeah, he's super good in person.
Where did that
So-
ship from?
That shipped from GameStop for me.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I think that's pretty much all I got on topic this week.
Okay, Don, what about you?
A couple of things. Had a one of those Walmart survey codes, and we had a little bit of Walmart cash, like $1 and change. So I got Devastation Optimus because it's an Optimus I didn't
So
have.
you did it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I've got the troopers coming, so it'll make for a nice little shelf display. And I haven't seen one. I saw one in the store and it was gone, and I haven't seen another one since. So I don't know how they're going to be hitting locally. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep them or not, but I did get Studio Series Sentinel Prime, the deluxe version with the. So again, I'm debating on keeping them or not because I do have the smaller one, which I know is a very different kind of figure, but
So I've
he
yet
does
to,
look very impressive in robot mode.
he looks small. He's small.
He's small.
He's small, but people really like him. I haven't opened mine yet, but I'm going to.
Right. Maybe spoilers for what I'll be getting down the road, but I got the reissue of Unique Toys Center Twin because they're reissuing their whole sets. I got it for this one came from TF Safari because Shozi's store was out of the rest of the set.
So how'd you get that?
This was TF Safari.
Did you unique up on it?
No, what happened was I'd been looking at the set at Shozi, but I wasn't sure about that Hungar ever actually coming out, even though they did say it was coming. And it was extremely affordable compared to what they had been going for. So I decided to go ahead and get the set. So the rest of it is en route, but they only had the 4, and I had to get this one from TF Safari because everyone in the US was asking stupid prices for this. Last thing I got was Magic Square Onslaught, which is their new MP scale that based on their Legends class figures for my MP Bruticus. So
where'd
now
you get that from?
This was Shozi as well. And the price dropped, and they gave me the difference back in points, which paid for over a third of the another figure I've got lined up. Well, actually, no. I used those return points to pay for half one of the other Abominus figures.
How many MP scale Combaticons is that, Don? How many different sets of MP style Combaticons
that I have, or in general?
That you have?
I've got, this will be my G1 version. I've got the G2 by Ocular Max. I've got the Warbitron version. I've got the Energon version with the upgraded Blastoff and Swindle. I've got the War Giant from Iron Factory. And I've got all the G1 stuff. If it's a Bruticus, I'm going to seriously consider it, because Bruticus is my favorite G1 American combiner. So now I have Brawl, Swindle, and Onslaught. And that's all I got on topic this week.
Cool. Matt, what about you?
I don't have anything.
Okay, take a drink while John talks, because I just bought something on Sir Gaia.
Oh boy. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I did open it this week, is that I was able to, right under the deadline, get the blue G2 Grimlock for that 30% off sale at Target, which was awesome. I missed a lot of stuff on that sale, but I got him. So that was like saving like $20. I don't know. So can't complain on that. He's really good. It's just a really solid toy mold. Makes me look forward to, all the other G2 recolors that they're going to do, and that 2-pack that's coming up at some point here.
2 2-packs.
2 2-packs. So he's great. The mold's holding up. That's good to see. That's good to know. Outside of that, let me see. I'm looking at my table. I think that's it as far as on topic. I got off topic stuff, but I will save that.
Okay. I just, on Sir Gaia, for whatever reason, you can't pre-order 2 items on the same order. But I just pre-ordered. Weird. Yeah, I just pre-ordered, because it's free shipping. I just pre-ordered the 2 Wild King figures that I needed to have the whole set. So
I don't know if pre-ordering on a free shipping day means you get free shipping.
It said it was free shipping, and it didn't charge me for shipping.
Okay,
it said
cool.
It said shipping free, and that's how I bought that leader size Transformers 1 Optimus Prime.
You have taught me something important.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, Rob, did you get anything?
Nothing on topic.
Okay, so I got some crap this week. I made some bad decisions. I broke my, theme of primarily only buying like the Generations toys that I want in G1. First Diecast got the same thing. This is my second one, the G1 Bumblebee Walmart exclusive figure. I forgot to cancel a pre-order at Hasbro Pulse. So this will go on my desk at work or on the wall of my office. So, and again, my rule at the office is if it's something that would get stolen, it's not going to get stolen. But if it did, like, it needs to be something I wouldn't be upset over. So,
fair.
Yeah, that is something. Target has the 30% off sale. So Kim was at Target this weekend and sent me photos. And the one thing that I didn't have was the Target exclusive Optimus Prime and Bullseye. So she picked that up for me. And one, I didn't realize that Optimus Prime is throwing one of the bollards in front of Target for Bullseye to catch. For those of you who don't work in retail or construction or whatever, and don't know what a bollard is, the thing that is in front of a building or store that keeps you from driving into it with a vehicle, like the giant concrete balls at Target or Walmart will have like stone pillars or concrete pillars. He's like throwing one of those. That's funny. So this was what, 60 retail? Yeah, 60.
Mm-hmm.
So 30% off that would be $18. So he was $42. So Kim took it up to the register and it rang up $42. And the guy was like, okay, let's take 30% off of that. And Kim's like, well, and she's like, okay. So he took 30% off of that. So I got it for like $30.
Nice.
Yeah, I will gladly take that. And it's funny. The guy who was checking Kim out at Target was like, yeah, I collect Transformers. I don't need that one though. So I wish I was there. It's always fun to talk to somebody who you run into in the wild who say that they collect something or collect Transformers. So what's going on? What'd you say, Don?
I said hey to Hank.
Hey, Hank.
He just uses a litter box. So if I fall over, you'll know why.
Hey, Hank.
It sits right there.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, I got it. I don't know that I'm going to open it. It looks better in package than I thought it would, honestly.
It is. It's a very beautiful package.
It does. It looks really nice. The packaging is nice. It's die cut in a way that just really accentuates the presentation. I mean, I think it looks really good. What else did I get? Stupid stuff.
I still wish that had been the Volvo mold.
Oh yeah, I think everybody would. It's a much better toy, but you know, it is what it is. This isn't stupid, but it's been sitting in my pile of loot for 3 months. It is G2 Breakdown.
Oh, nice.
From Legacy, not the G2 Breakdown. That's not been sitting in my pile of loot for 90 days. I don't know why I didn't wind up with this earlier, but I didn't. And I finally picked it up and it's in my pile of loot. Like my G1 Stunticons from Generations, they're still in the box somewhere. I have yet to assemble Minosaur, so eventually I will. What else did I get? I didn't want to talk about this. I got the Super Cyborg Super 7 Optimus Prime. The one it retails for, what did you retail for? Like $300?
Yeah, Super Shogun specifically.
Super Shogun, yeah. So I saw somebody on Blue Sky posting that it was for sale for like $140. And I just was not thinking. My executive function.
It?
Yeah. No, because it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
The packaging looks nice when you open it up. I'm not going to open it up here because it's painful to navigate because it's 2 feet tall. But it looks really nice, and it's big and goofy and fun. And when I have my new office here in a few months, it will look great in the background on camera.
Is that the one they added the shooting fist to?
Yes, that is it.
Aaron Archer had always he said it.
But you don't want to lose the fist, yeah.
Yeah, but he always wanted to do like a Super Shogun Optimus Prime with the fist launching items.
Yeah, just to give a little bit more information for people who don't know. Super Shogun is based on the Shogun Warriors jumbo machinder figures that came out in the 70s. Yeah, they are 2 foot tall shampoo bottles on roller skates.
And awesome shampoo
really,
bottles.
Really strong spring firing mechanisms.
Yes. I would be amazed if the Optimus Prime had that kind of spring firing mechanism. But yeah, that they are definitely pre-safety regulation mechanisms if you get any of the originals. That reminds me, Brian, you might want to know that Bandai either just has or is in the process of reissuing Jumbo Mazinger Z and Great Mazinger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, about $300, which is like about a zero off what you would pay at least for an original in that same condition.
Yeah. And if your parents are of the right age, ask your father about having the Godzilla with the flickering tongue and the launching fist. He'll tell you all about it, and that's your Jumbo Machinder.
Hey Don, what was that like?
Okay, I was born in 1970. It was available when I was a kid, but I never had one. But my cousin had one, and I played with it. No, I'm sorry. No, it's where I was being kept after school as a kid. They had one in the toy box.
Did they ever pay the ransom?
Okay. Let's see here. I got that. 2 more things. Like Diecast, I also got Age of the Primes Trypticon. Mine shipped from Big Bad Toy Store.
It's so beautiful, but I don't. Mine's in the box somewhere. It's not even on display yet.
Yeah, it's just striking how beautiful it is. It looks really, really nice. I did not transform him. I just took him out of package. I opened the package to inspect him, and he is gorgeous. So, I mean, he's a nice toy, and it's gorgeous. So, I mean, the deco is not the same as the toy. What is it? Are they trying to go for the toy because he's much darker than the G1 toy?
Could it be the comic colors? Because wasn't he like really black?
It could be the comic colors. It could be.
I just think Mark likes black and purple.
He looks great. So I cannot recommend that enough. And the last thing I got was dumb, but I've basically been goaded into getting it. It's some damn silver. It is the Optimus Prime Agoro 1 ounce silver $2 piece from Nui or whatever.
The New Zealand Mint?
No. Is it not New Zealand Mint? Shoot, it may be. I don't remember who made it, but it's silver. It is really nice looking. It's really sharp. And it is 1 ounce of silver, which is $30-ish. I paid less than $100 for it. So it looks really nice. I don't think I'm not going to get any more of them, but yeah, because it's officially licensed, I kind of had to get at least one of them. So Chris, you're not here, but you got me to buy one of these. So that is what I got. That was on topic for this week. Let's jump to our off-topic portion, ham sandwiches, as we like to call them. Diecast, what did you get?
The only thing I got in the mail today from Amazon, and it's the Star Wars Black Series Anakin Skywalker from the Ahsoka series.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't look great. I don't do a lot of Black Series stuff anymore. I stopped being a completist on that line, and it feels great. But I randomly get stuff here or there, and I thought, they haven't done many Anakin Skywalkers, so I picked it up. But if I would have saw it on the shelf, I probably would have passed. But that's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay. Don.
A couple of things here. Sorry. Oops. There.
Oh, Don, I got one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Pausing. I walked into Target, and you guys have heard me talk about the pizza thrower. That's like the Turtles G1 reissue. Well, that was on sale. It was like 40% off. So I got it for like $24.
Oh, cool.
It's worth $24.
I looked at it every time I was in Target, and I was like, God, I want that. But I had it when I was a kid, and I don't really need it. And I finally just like, okay, it's on sale. I'm picking it up.
I think that's the only Turtles vehicle that I had as a kid.
I had them all.
I
was obsessed. But yeah, go ahead, Don.
Okay, a couple of things. Went into Target today while I was running errands and found the McFarlane Super Friends Sinestro
Neat.
with the energy pliers, which I actually remember him using in one of the episodes. I think he stole Green Lantern's ring from him with a pair of energy pliers. I want to say this is the figure that was in the Super Friends 2-pack that came with the Hall of Justice, but I don't have mine close enough to compare them. It just seems like this is sculpted very I mean, it's going to look the same, obviously. I'm just wondering if it's that mold just in a single card. I don't know, but little retro Sinestro. I told I told Rob and Chris about this. I went ahead because it's a Target exclusive. It's Charles Zaku.
Don, Rob and Chris were not the only ones on that text thread, so you told us all.
Oh, well, you know what? But they're the only ones that really do Gundam.
Yeah.
So it's just a really great looking figure, and they have supposedly done a lot of improvements in the universe line, adding posability and stuff, and it just does look pretty good. Plus, the Magian used this in one episode of Build Fighters, I believe, or a version of this. So
Very likely.
It's Build Fighters adjacent, so I'm happy with that. Picked up Dr. Fate, the classic JSA from McFarlane Toys, and I found the variant, the Platinum Chase variant in the darker colors.
Oh,
So
shiny.
and Dr. Fate's not a character I've done a lot of reading of, but I've always thought he's like Moon Knight. I haven't read the comics, but he always has the best costumes.
He does have the best costume. I'll give you that.
So I mean, so I got the classic JSA with the big bright blue and that. Also, I decided to get Maximum Spider-Man.
I'm
And
sorry.
I have heard good things.
I have heard good things too. And the reason I got him was I saw the posing, I saw the accessory, so I understand they're going for the lower end, higher scale collectibles. That's the way Christy phrased it to me, which makes a lot of sense to me. But I had about 4 things on eBay that I literally had absolutely nothing in, and I sold it, and I sold enough of it and made enough money to get it down to regular Marvel Legends retail.
There you go.
So I basically paid $30 if I do that with counting tax for a $50 toy, and I have nothing in the stuff that I sold. Like I sold the Headmaster unit from Leader Bulkhead for like $15. So there's that right there. Now the last thing I got, I'm gonna have to put the box is too big. Well, what it came in is too big. So I'm gonna have to put it in the Discord chat because I cannot do that. That's what I got.
You can tell the rest of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Don, it
Because
doesn't do any good. It's a podcast.
All right. I got a
Podcast.
2024 F-150. I have a brand new truck.
Nice, Don.
Wow.
Nice.
Congrats.
A grown-up purchase.
A
big-
grown-up purchase.
Yes.
Yes. I went by
How many
last week.
Headmaster units did you have to sell to knock the price down on that?
Oh God, I haven't even. My Dotonomics is mass canceling of
Don,
pre-orders.
Don. Question: you did get heated seats, right?
This model does not have heated
Damn
seats.
it.
No.
My,
I mean, it's
my Ranger, my 2019 Ranger, has heated seats that are so hot that they're basically therapeutic. They are like amazing.
Now actually I went by last week just to ask them what the current, because the person I'd been talking to off and on these past couple of months said we're going to be adjusting our interest rates here come March 1st. Well, I never got a chance to stop by till last week, and he told me what was going on. They also had employee pricing going on the last year's models, plus last year's 2024s had rebates involved. So I got it for a very good price.
Come on, say the price, Don. Say it.
No, I'll put our Discord chat.
Okay.
But I also got a 4.99 financing, which is the best I'd seen anywhere.
Are you basically
for a while.
telling people your credit score right now, Don? Is that how this works?
No, I'm not saying.
How many
I'm saying,
months?
I'm saying the 2024s. You could get that because they're trying to move the 2024s.
How
so,
many? How many How many months?
So Don,
Right now it's
don't
72.
you? Oh God, Don, you don't have to tell him that. So keep that to yourself, Don. So hey, one at Toylanta about 10 years ago, I saw an F-150 that was decoed in Tiger Force like paint. It was the most
Whoa.
amazing thing I've ever seen. And I promised myself before I die, I'll do that. You need to do it for me. You need to
That
do a
may
Tiger
have been
Force.
that may have been there the year we were all at Jolanta, because that sounds familiar.
It was so amazing. It was wonderful. Oh, Don, it's blue. Don's
Yeah, I haven't had a blue vehicle. All of my cars. My first car was a 77 Toyota Celica. The only car I've had that was not red was my 1979 Ford Fairmont station wagon
okay.
that I had in college. So it was time for a change. My Neon was red. My ZX2 was red. My truck was red. So
Great color, Don.
Yeah.
Great choice.
I love that blue. It's the blue. They had a 4x4 version on the lot in silver, but I didn't want silver, and I didn't want to pay for another $5,000 for 4x4.
Yeah, Don, that looks really great. It's much better purchase than a van as well.
Do I what for down by the river?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, cool. Anything else?
That's enough.
Okay, Matt.
No, nothing.
John.
Two quick things. So I got the latest Holothon drops at Target. One, which is not an exclusive to Target, was the latest version of April that NECA is putting out based on Mirage Comics. So that's great. Looking forward to that. The other one was PandaCon.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I need him.
So PandaCon is so I've got three things real quick to say about PandaCon. One good, one bad, one watch out. The watch out is he's got a really involved paint scheme. So if you're lucky enough to pick through more than one of them, just look really close for paint flaws and
Like
kind of
eyes
oopsies.
or face or what?
A lot of it, the ones that I found had to do with paint that was coming out of the lines or like going over borders where there should or should not be paint. There's a lot of border work on his armor. There's like white trim on his blue top, his blue shirt. I mean, there's all sorts of different colors and stuff going on with him. So just look at the borders of colors, the border of his armor, the yellow trim, and the white trim on his shirt, and just if you're lucky enough to pick through a couple of them, do that. Take extra time to do that. And it's just because he's got a really complicated color scheme. But I found a clean one. I looked through three of them, and one of them was super clean and good. The other two had something or another that would have annoyed me for sure if I picked those. So be careful with that. Good thing with him, he's giant, he's great, he's awesome. He also incorporates something that NECA does these days, making headwear, hair, different aspects, expressions, different aspects of the head interchangeable. So he comes with two different heads with two different expressions, but you can actually swap out the hair on him. Like the top half of the head is actually swappable, so you can put a hat on him or change the hairstyles around. So there's probably there's more than two combinations of hair, hat, facial expression that you can do with him.
Awesome.
So it's a really good system to kind of just swap around and get whatever combo you like. And then the bad thing, this is just a nitpick from me, is that I love him. He's great. He is fluffy, like you would expect a panda character to be. I would actually like him to have a little bit bigger tummy. So he's nice and fluffy from all the different sides. I would like him to come out a little bit further. You know, he's kind of sculpted to be a little bit flat from the front. And if you're gonna do a panda, do a panda. So, I would like him to be a little bit heavier set actually, but that's just a nitpick. Overall, he's great. He's hefty. He's definitely one of the heftier, heavier characters they've done in a while. Really good value at like under $40. So he's awesome. And that's all I got to.
Cool. Rob.
Yeah, I've gotten a few things. a random selection of model kits from Surugaya, while just because they were cheap. Also got a few things from AliExpress. Something I've been looking at for a while is there are like little build-a-figure kits in the 4-inch scale from Batman Arkham Knight. And I got a couple of those out of curiosity. I wound up getting 2 of the same one, so my brother has one now. I got the just basic Arkham Knight Batman. It's not too bad. Like, the hardest part is getting the head on. That ball joint is kind of small, and the ears are pointy. But it's not a bad looking figure. It's got decent articulation, probably about on par with a higher end 4-inch scale figure. Maybe I want to cite lines most people here will probably not know. Probably around like Shoto or Motion Revive. Matt'll know Shoto at least. But yeah, it's not bad. It was like $5. There's like 2 waves of them. Most of them are like really are a lot of like the more involved designs in the game that I'm not a big fan of. The Batman one is actually pretty good. There's also a like 1970s Batman in that assortment that I would really like to get. And there's like apparently an ultra rare Joker chase figure. But I think, I think in the time I have to get this from AliExpress, I'm just going to leave those there. The other thing I got from them was a model kit. It's not a knockoff Gunpla this time. It is an original model by a company I've never heard of called SNAA. And they're Knights of the Round Table themed. And this one is supposedly Iron Sickle K is the name. That's what it says in the back of the manual. The box, since English was not the package designer's first language, says Iron Sicky instead. So, that's fine. It's basically, from what I'm seeing, on par with one of the real grade models. It is from Bandai. It is 1/144 scale with a full internal skeleton. Styling looks really nice, and it's a decent design. It comes with a ridiculously huge crescent moon shaped scythe. It was like $27. That's cheaper than a real grade. So I'm looking forward to putting that together and seeing how the quality is, because it looks interesting. And I think, I think that's about it.
Very cool. Also, take a drink, because I just bought something else on Surugaya.
Nice.
Yeah. Free shipping is great. Okay. So since Don talked about his truck, which is intentionally a huge purchase, I'm not gonna decry that. But I will say, I did get something here that maybe will change my life. So, my wife plays the TV constantly, and it drives me crazy when I'm trying to sleep. Now, I need sound to sleep, but it has to be like music or something that like I can't follow along with. It can't be like a story. It can't be narrative. So, I was looking on Amazon, and tfradio.net/Amazon, and I found sleep headphones, but it's more like it's like a headband sort of deal, but it's very thick, so you can tuck it down over your eyes, and it works as a sleep mask. And you can sort of position where it's not earbuds, it's headphones, and they just go right over your ears, and they're Bluetooth, and they last all night, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So I highly recommend that purchase. It's also super cheap. It was like $15. So if you need like music or something to sleep, and you have a partner or somebody that for some reason that you need to drown out sound, highly recommend that. It's also because it's off topic, it's not toys, but like something I'm happy to have. I've been wanting this for years. In Amazon, this past week, I was checking. I constantly check my wish list that I maintain to see if prices changed. The price on this had dropped in half from regular retail. It was listed as like new used, but it was like $45 as opposed to like $100. I got a pair of solar binoculars, which I've wanted for years. So I just have to say, the amount of executive control, like the amount of like control it takes to put a pair of binoculars on your head and then look at the sun, is like, because of course, you know, normal pair of binoculars, you point them at the sun, you're blind, but there's a I don't know, it's a very odd experience, but also it's very cool, so I'm super happy to have that. Okay.
I was gonna ask you what those were, and it's just exactly what they sound like.
Yeah, it's to observe the sun. Most people buy them for like eclipses and stuff. But like honestly, at an eclipse, looking at the sun is that's not the cool part about an eclipse. Yeah, you're looking at it, but an eclipse, there's a hole in the sky and everything goes dark and cools down and bugs start chirping and stuff. It's surreal. Like, you don't need binoculars for that. That's just something you experience with your full body. But like seeing sunspots and things like that, that is what solar binoculars are really great at. So I'm just super interested in that stuff. I've always wanted a pair, so I got them. So a couple toys that I got, had it ordered, shipped to my pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store. So I got Modulock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, haven't opened it. I've basically opened nothing. I've got time to open nothing, basically. Also my pile of loot, I originally got this for my 8-year-old because she loves him, but I'm keeping it for myself. I'm not telling her about it. Hopefully she's not in here. It's from Syndicate Collectibles. It is the reaction-alike Svengoolie figure. It's not reaction, but it looks like it. But so I got that. It's never coming off the card. So it's never coming off the card. Also never coming off the card, Don had convinced me to buy this Fatal Fluffy figure.
Well, I didn't convince you. I was just saying it's
a
really niche part of G.I. Joe
Yeah, you
history.
convinced me, Don. You convinced me. And it's cute. It's cute. It's not coming off the card. But I cannot recommend the Reaction Plus G.I. Joe figures. They are nowhere comparable to the quality of any 4-inch or 3 3/4-inch G.I. Joe figure. But it is very cool and it's very niche. And is that all I got this week? Yeah, that's all I got this week. Okay. Want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/tfradio. Patrons get an ad-free version of RFC. You get it a day early, which doesn't mean 24 hours, but you get it a day early to higher bit rate with a complete What We Got This Week segment, which includes non-Transformers talk. You get the weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast. If there are any heavy edits, you get that, the unedited version of the podcast. I think we had that last week. Get a fancy color on Discord, red for touched, purple for every other level. You get There Goes My Money a week early, and patrons at the touch tier get to be on There Goes My Money. And touch patrons get to be mentioned on the show each week and also listed at tfradio.net/credits. And I'll do that now. I want to thank Kevin Dorsey, Daniel Scott, Jacob Onlucia, Sean Bratton, Emmett Stresovich, Hector Bones, Jay Klein, Rye, Joey Russell, Here's Why It's Cool, Rabbits, Ryan Bona, Sean Hamilton, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Trickster, Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews, and Mollis Koenig. Thank you all so much. If you want to join these fine folks, go to patreon.com/tfradio, and you can be mentioned on the show each week, listed at tfradio.net/credits, and also have the fancy color on Discord. You can find all of our podcasts, except for one. One episode is missing out of 931. You can find 930 episodes of Radio Free Cybertron at tfradio.net. You can find me at briankilby.com and on kilby.bsky.social. Chris is not here, but you can usually find him on our Discord at tfradio.net/discord. He's also on Blue Sky at chrisrtxv.bsky.social, I think. And he's all over the place. Diecast, how do people get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me at Diecast2 on X and Blue Sky. You can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast. You can see my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews or rfc.com/rfc. Wait, I'm totally confused. I lost my place now. You can see my reviews at the normal places.
There you go. He's Diecast2 basically everywhere. Don.
I'm reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. I am reached on Blue Sky at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.bluesky.social.
.bsky.social, but you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt.
Melvar.bsky.social. 3 L's, 2 R's.
John.
That John D everywhere except on eBay where I am Cloud Burst.
Have you posted anything new recently?
New? I don't think so, but I had a nice run of people buying some stuff. So I gotta fill my listings back up. So be on the lookout. Subscribe, follow.
I'm following you. I'm checking you right now. Rob?
I'm on Blue Sky at robflails.bsky.social. I am on YouTube at youtube.com/@flailthroughs, I think is the current URL. I'm still covering Gundam games, mostly Gundam Battle Operation 2, which is fallen into Gundam F91 stuff now. This last week was the Heavy Gun, which is a generic Federation mobile suit from that movie. Every Wednesday night into Thursday, the game updates. So Thursday mornings, you can see the results of the update on Flailthroughs. And if you like what I'm doing over there, patreon.com/flailthroughs. You can support the channel. You can make requests of specific rounds in the game. And if you just feel like sending me something for some reason, tfradio.net/playlist. I've got an Amazon wish list there, and it benefits the show if you get anything off of it.
Cool. Chris is at tfradio.net/chrislist, by the way. Rob Springer is at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter and at zonebase.bsky.social on Blue Sky and at zonebase.org. And we will be back next week. We'll see you then.
Take care, everybody.
Donna, didn't forget you this week, did I?
Recording stopped.
Good. So, John, do you really have 3 copies of that Transformers record for sale?
Yeah, they're different variants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, each one's based on a different character. Purple, red, and I forgot what Starscream's color is. But there's a purple one for Megatron, red one for Optimus, and something for Starscream.
I just thought it was the same posting 3 times by mistake.
Oh, no.
He just wanted to know if he needed to buy all 3 or not, which he does, clearly.
I've got it already.
But do you have all 3?
All 3.
No.
Or do you need to buy 2 of them?
I don't know which 2. I saw I already have it. I don't need it.
You probably don't need any of them.
Then you should buy all 3 just to make sure. And then whenever you figure out which one you already have, you can resell that.
I don't need it, but I thought it was interesting that you have the Transformers Neja figure. Where did you end up getting that from?
Somebody just bought one of them. I had the 3-pack and somebody just bought it like within the hour.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that you had that. You got that
Temu?
off that one you got off Temu, but the original you didn't get off Temu, did you?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't realize that. I mean, I already have it, but like I don't have the 3-pack. I probably never will. Cool. Okay.
Well,
hey,
dang, buddy. I would have just given it to you.
No, don't give me anything.
Or cut you a deal or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't want it. We would have paid what I paid for it, which was, I don't know, what, $20, $15. I don't know.
It's one of those things I just missed when it hit Temu. Like people bought it out. Hey, people watching live and killing the stream. Because I need to ask my wife what in the heck my kid brought me.
All right.
Bye,
Take care.
Bye.
Whose tooth did your child bring you?
So
Probably Morgan's.
yeah, I thought it was like a broken tooth, but like looking at it closely, I think it's an animal tooth.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is that better or worse?
I've handled it, so maybe
Depends
worse.
on the rest of the animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Buy YouTube. Oh God, I'm so tired.
Well,
Okay.
wash your